Hola a todos queridos amigos, ¿cómo están? Yo soy Joana de JC Nacho Group y estamos en estas series de inversión con mi amigo team partner Huy.
Amigo.
Mi amigo.
Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes. Estamos aquí en la tarde, so we're gonna start with this video today and show you a little progress on this property. We have done a couple of videos and this is our third video. They are almost in the last stage, almost done. So we're gonna be asking him a little bit of questions, about the budget and some other things. So yeah, thank you so much, Huy, for being here.
Yeah, no worry. Really excited to make this video series with Joanna because I really want to show you, what is it really take, to flip a house. Right? This is not HGTV. This is my money on the line right here, right? This is what I go to, the problem I have to deal with, stuff like that. So really want to show you, behind the curtain, what is it like, to take a house distressed and then turn it, into a really nice product that is going to attract first time home buyer, second time home buyer, right? This is in a really nice area of Houston.
Yeah.
From here, very close to Memorial, you can get to everywhere in Houston.
It's a really good area. Thank you, Huy. Yeah, so based on what we've seen, I will remember that you have repainted the house. Now you have done some work on the exterior. So you can see the difference, like really the nice. So is there any trendy colors? Is like something that you advise investors or whenever they start, or it depends on?
That's a really good color because we try to keep it consistent. So this is actually the standard color that we use on all of our flip, right? Because if you use different color, the contractor, they're gonna get confused, right?
Got it.
So unless there is some design taste that we want to focus, this is pretty much the standard color that we're gonna use if the house has siding, right? So it's dark, it's gray, it's modern. Most HOA is gonna approve it. Really important. I remember one of my mistakes. I was so excited, I painted the house yellow. Guess what? Cost me $3,000. The HOA come back and they forced me to paint it like white or gray, right? So $3,000 mistake.
That's a really good point because we had a buyer where we were representing the buyer and the HOA got them a fine because they didn't paint it the color it was approved. So if the house is on an HOA, you need to make sure that they approve it before because it's gonna cost you double to do the work. That's great. Those are the tips that you learn from the
so
experience.
HOA is like a police over here, around your area. They keep the neighborhood intact, which is good, right? But in the meantime, when you remodeling a house, you need to be careful, right? Color, especially dumpster. A lot of dumpster, you're gonna have to require permit from the HOA as well. Right, so I'm gonna show you what I do with all the trash. It's gonna eliminate the dumpster trash, and it's gonna make the neighborhood look nice, right? Versus if you leave a dumpster here, they're gonna drive by and they're gonna throw their couch, their furniture into your dumpster, and it's just so much issue with leaving the dumpster out. So we have a different solution for the trash. I can show you.
Okay, so we're gonna see it. And then can you remind us real quick, so did you replace the roof here in this house?
The roof is brand new.
Yeah, how much was the cost of that, if you could just remember?
I have the special inside.
You guys show us the cute numbers. Okay.
Around the roof, a roof like this house about 2,000 square feet, I believe. So the roof is gonna cost about $6 or $7 grand. Nothing more than that.
Yeah, got it. And what about, I know with some investors there are some safety issues or sometimes people break into the houses. Does it happen or not?
Oh man, it happens all the time, Joanna. So this one, I'm actually lucky. This is this is a very safe neighborhood.
Yeah.
Finger crossed, knock on wood, we don't have any incident yet.
Yeah.
But man, my last flip, there was a homeless guy. Okay, this is another tip, okay? If your house is within walking distance to gas station, McDonald's, stuff like that, you're gonna have homeless around that area. And when they see the for sale sign, they're gonna break into your house. So one day, I know that this guy has been consistently breaking into my house, right? Breaking out the window, he's sleeping there. One day, he forgot to set the alarm. 9 a.m., I walk in, I saw him, I called a cop. We finally got him, but that took like 5th, 7th, 8th try.
Oh,
right?
Wow.
But yeah, that is a concern.
So do you normally recommend people whenever they get on a house, get any type of alarm police, or does it help? Or?
It helped, yeah.
Okay.
So for me, I have to set up the alarm there, just to scare him off. So, risk and reward, right? If you flip home in a safe area, and then you more than likely not gonna run into that type of issue. But when you walk around, you see the area is a little bit, like I told you, within walking distance to a gas station, to a McDonald's, you're gonna see that kind of stuff, and you have to deal with it, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So
that's
keep
a
that
great
in mind.
point. Okay.
Yeah. And this is the beautiful thing about real estate, right? This is not a real estate business.
This is the truth.
This is the human business. You're dealing with human, nice or not.
Too. We're still working, I see, on some little finishes.
Yeah,
on
we
the
just test the
exterior.
light. Yep, we just put in
Okay.
the fixture. We test the light is working. So later on, we're gonna go ahead and take off this one and put in like the long one.
Okay.
Yeah, so the long one is gonna look nice.
So next time we come here, we're gonna see some landscaping work because that's very important.
man,
so that's where we're gonna see the difference.
The storm, the freeze, it just keep delaying, right? So one thing is the weather too. Imagine if I have done it early, and remember we just had the freeze last week. If I have done my landscape early, all my tree would have died and then have to redo it again.
Wow.
Right, so this is not a tip to kind of leave the landscape until the end, right? The very end, right?
Okay,
carpet come in, landscape come in, right?
So
that way
once you're
have
done, that's
and
whenever you do it, like
Yeah.
pretty much before the pictures.
Yeah, don't do it in the beginning and then the freeze and then we have a storm and then we have the tree falling, like all kind of stuff in Houston. It's just nuts.
Happens, yeah, anywhere now with the climate change, right? You
Yep.
never know what to expect.
You see the color, we have it two-tone, so we have it, kind of light here to kind of give the house, like a open.
Do you
feeling.
give that contrast to make it
Yeah.
look bigger?
Yep, yep. So this is our standard color.
Okay.
Whatever.
What's the name of the colors? Do you remember?
I
Or
don't
no?
remember.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just
We're gonna have that on the description for you.
a very dark gray. So
Dark.
wow, right? Compared to the last video, maybe Joanna, you can put in the last video
Yes,
here.
we're gonna put some images probably from the last one to see the comparison.
It's a
That's
completely different house now, right? So the house has been painted. Again, this is our standard color, light gray to keep the house modern. We put, I don't know if you noticed, we put in recessed lighting, make it look good. New fixture.
That makes it look nice, and it makes it look bigger. It's bigger. It looks very spacious.
The foundation is completely level now. New
Foundation was done at the beginning. This is what I really like because you are really good with your wife to give these little touches.
Here and there.
Little light fixtures that really makes a good difference.
Yeah, and go ahead and check out the kitchen, right? Maybe we can post a picture before over here. The kitchen looking pretty different now.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, so
that's
we
have and then you just repaint it, right? That's another question for you, like, because I mean, how do you deal with the contractor sometimes because they don't do sometimes a good job. Sometimes you don't have to replace cabinets because you can just reuse them, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if you have any tips on how to deal with the contractors and the finishes because that's kind of the most.
Yeah. So the finishes, number one, right? Sometimes you can go creative, but a lot of the time, what we use, if you notice, this is the very nice but very standard material, right? So our contractor, number one, is easier for you to work with, right? This subway tile. It's super easy to put on, right? We don't do anything like, with fancy cut or anything.
Okay, so
these are very
is
easy to put on and they keep the cost down.
Yeah.
Even if the guy, they haven't do it for a while, like a beginner, like me, if I spend like a week, or maybe like a month learning, I can start doing this stuff, right? This is not very, it doesn't require
something
a lot of
simple.
and it look nice.
Yeah.
Same thing with a granite. Right, granite, and then the pan. We got lucky with this house. The cabinet is in good shape.
Yeah.
And then this handle. It just add a little touch.
Those light black handles, they have a really nice contrast.
And then later on, we're gonna move in a stainless steel appliance, make it look nice. And you asked me about the contractor. Unfortunately, this is just experience. You have to ask for quote. You have to ask for reference, right? This is one of the reasons why we are with Team Legacy EXP.
Yeah.
Everybody here is an entrepreneur, right? Not only we sell houses, we actually own houses and we invest in real estate. If you look around, your client, people around you, we have so many contractors. So we ask each other for reference, right? So usually I ask the contractor for reference before I even bring them out, right? And then I have, if you're new, have at least 2 or 3 quotes with them, right? So that way you know which guy is giving you a better price. And then after you do business with them for a while, they might raise the price on you. You have to come back and renegotiate and then bring on an additional contractor. Yeah. So unfortunately, I don't have a short answer, but it's a constantly evolving business. You constantly have to look for good people.
Yeah.
Just like how I constantly look for good people to join my team, you constantly have to look for a good contractor.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah. And just don't pay them everything up front.
Yeah. Don't. Yeah. So pay.
Right.
Pay for material, and then you pay for everything at the end. Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. That's
and
true.
then once you do a lot of stuff, you're gonna have special relationship with company like Lowe's, Home Depot. they're gonna do special delivery for you for no cost, you know, so you start building your relationship with the vendor as well.
Okay.
Right, with the cabinet vendor, with the granite vendor.
Yeah,
and
they give you a better pricing.
Like I mentioned to you in the beginning, this is pretty much a relationship business, right? So help the people around you, help your vendor, and then, you know, in turn, they're gonna return the favor.
Is the bathroom finished?
Huh? Yeah.
Oh, so in the flooring, what type of flooring did you use there?
We use Lux Vinyl. So
Lux Vinyl.
Yeah,
it looks
luxury
a
vinyl.
little bit better than the regular one.
Again, it looks very modern, you know, it's water resistant, you know, it's very affordable, and it's very thick.
Okay.
Yeah, so we always try, you know, to give the best product as, you know, as a price that we can afford. Okay. Yeah, so we love luxury vinyl. Like luxury this thing, vinyl. Okay. Your dog can ditch, you know, the cat, you know, stuff like that. You can just wipe it off.
Okay.
Yeah, so I love this product and this color, and it's so easy to clean too. Like later on, you can just, you know, swoop it, and then, you know, give it a good clean up, and then it's gonna look like sparkling new.
It's better than laminate, right?
Way better.
Because laminate tends to like pop up.
Yeah, so laminate, you know, it's not heat, it's not weather resistant, right? If it's too hot or if it's too cold, you know, it's gonna bow, right? So this is much, you know, especially in Texas, we have extremely cold day and then we have extremely hot day. Laminate is not gonna work very well in Houston, Texas. So you know, usually you have to use either tile, carpet, or luxury vinyl. Yeah, so those are the three products.
That's great.
So if you notice, you know, we use the same material that we have for the kitchen. So that way we save a lot on the material cost. You know, just one set of tile.
The same tile kind of.
The same tile, you know.
Make it easier.
Yeah.
And remember we're speaking on a specific price range, right?
Yeah,
so people is like, you know, this is like a starting home around like the 300.
This is a starting home, you know, around 300, right?
Yeah.
So you keep it nice, keep it look the same, and again, you know, it's gonna drive your material cost down.
Yeah, and look at the fixtures as
so
well.
the
You know,
fixtures
those are the little things that really make a difference.
Yep.
And is it very expensive? Do you know how like?
No, this is I think I mentioned on the last video. This is actually from Costco.
Oh, okay,
right? You know,
Costco is a great place to get good deals.
When they have it on sale, you know, we just bought like, you know, 10, 20 of them. We leave it in the garage.
Got it.
Yeah, and then depend on the house, you know, but we tend to use the same one.
Okay.
Yeah, we have like a couple different variations, but it's very similar. Some is, you know, some is rounded, some have 4, some have 2, some have 3. So we have a variety we can use. And then you can go to like Ross or TJ Maxx, and then you can buy this really nice designer.
Oh yeah, the circle one.
Yeah, the circle,
like the mirrors.
square. You know, it looks way better than the standard one.
Yeah, it makes a huge difference. That makes a lot of difference.
Yeah, and you notice the plumbing is in already. You know, sink is in. And finger crossed, you know, we can get this thing ready in a week or 2, and then you know, I would love for you to come back and just see the final product.
Yeah.
And maybe even help us do the open house on this one.
Yeah, of course, we're gonna sell it very quick. I know your houses sell like this, like very quick, because you do a great job.
The thing about Houston is that all the house, you know, if you notice the yard, if you buy a new house, you know, you don't have this kind of yard anymore, right? The yard is really small. So this yard is really wrapped around. And especially, you know, when our landscape guy, they're gonna come, they're gonna level, and they're gonna make it look, you know, presentable. It's you know, it's a different product. It's an added value versus a newer home, right? Newer home, you don't have the yard. Yeah. So what is the point of buying a home that doesn't have a yard, right? It makes like you stay in an apartment, right? This is the yard. Your pet can come out, you know, just you know, this is right in the master bedroom.
So before we look at the numbers, what was the tip in regards to the trash that you were gonna show us?
Well, let's go.
Maybe we can show a little. I mean, it's not finished, so we can see real quick. It's still in progress.
Yep. So it's still in progress. The you know, we're gonna go ahead and replace the toilet with new toilet.
That new? You put those cabinets in, or was it there?
No, it was there. Okay. Yeah, we just painted.
Okay.
Yeah, like I told you, all the house, you know, the wood is really good. It's actually real wood.
Real good.
Yeah, so you can sand it and then you can paint it again and again. You know, make sure your contractor, they have to sand it before they put the paint on, right? So if they do it correctly, you know, the material, the finish is really good. This is the mess, right?
You can check the trash area.
Yeah, so we don't leave the trash outside.
So that's why you put everything on the garage.
We don't have the dumpster because people will end up, you know, just throwing stuff into it, and then you're gonna end up, you know.
So you always put everything on the garage.
Yeah. So the garage is also one item that we finish last. After we finish everything, you know, carpet come in, landscaping come in, the dumpster guy is gonna come in. You know, they have a 30-yard dumpster, and then they just haul all the trash out, right? And then they clean it up. They have, you know, like 3-4 people crew. They clean it up real nice for you. and then you ask your painter to come, to do the touch-up, the final touch-up. And then, the cleaner come in, you get the house ready on the market. Yeah, so right now, we estimated for, let's see.
What was the cost? If we can go over, I don't know if you want to go real quick on the numbers, like how much did you get it for, how much you spent, and how much?
Yeah, we got this one for 161.
160?
Well, 161, and then the repair cost is gonna be about 40. Right, this one because of the foundation, because of the roof, we spent a lot of money into it.
Foundation.
And, yeah. And then ARV depending on the location, maybe 260, 265, depending on the market. I was hoping March, it's gonna drive up the price. Finger crossed, the interest rate, might take a break. We might be able to push it for 270.
Okay.
Yeah.
270.
So you have this $70,000 gap. And then there's a lot of soft costs when it comes to a house. Insurance, selling fee, this and that. Yeah, but that's going to be enough profit for an investor to come in, in Houston to rehab the house and either keep it for rental or sell it. Remember you have to budget for capital gain tax, right? This is taxed just like your commission, just like my commission. It's going to be taxed just like your regular commission. Make sure you have the money to pay for that.
So what is the percentage or an estimated tax gain?
It depends on your tax bracket.
Your tax bracket. Okay.
Yeah. So when you flip home, the income is taxed just as you are 1099.
Okay.
Let's say you make a commission $10,000 on the house.
So if I make on this flip, how much are you estimating here to make like?
Maybe about 40.
40K. Let's say 40K. So it depends on your tax bracket. It's gonna be a percentage, right?
Yeah. So basically
So that 40K is as if I made
income.
40K commission or 1099 income.
Exactly.
Okay. And then the percentage will be based on your bracket, on your taxes?
On your bracket, yeah. So if you flip a lot of houses, you might have a higher tax bracket versus if you just flip like one house a year, and then you're gonna have a lower tax bracket.
Right? Do you know kind of a average or like could be between 10-15%?
I don't
20%?
have it on top of my head, so I would say consult with your CPA, right? This is just not related to flipping, but one of my best hire, is a bookkeeper, right? So once I have my bookkeeper, they keep track of all the costs, and once I have my CPA, you run your business like a business. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So consult for tax.
Consult on what
CPA.
is your tax break. That way, whenever you flip a home and you have certain income, you can calculate that as well into the expenses that you're gonna have, because it's gonna be the repair cost, and then the commissions to sell, and then the tax gain, and then utilities that you're also gonna have to incur, and the taxes.
If you have a good bookkeeper,
and insurance.
If you have a good bookkeeper and a good CPA, there's a lot of stuff that you can deduct, to legally have a lower tax bracket.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, this is one of the major difference that I want to point out, right? House flipping is not investment, right? This is actually a business, an active business.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you buy a house and you hold it, that's when it becomes an investment, right? That's when you have depreciation. That's when you have rent coming in. That's when you have consistent income, right? So just kind of make a decision, like, hey, do I want to make like a quick bucks, or do I want to go for a long way, right? And kind of figure out and make sure it fit with your personal investment philosophy.
Yeah, and you can have all of them if you want. Like is great at doing a lot of different type of investment, right? Airbnb, holding and flipping, and I guess you can have different strategies, right? If one thing doesn't, it's better.
Work with a team, work with a real estate service team, that's really good with investment property, like the J Signature Group, right? They have the knowledge, they have the expertise, they have all the connection, they can help you find your investment property. So Joanna, thank you.
Yes, no, we're here a team, and yes, like all the knowledge, I actually been able to use a lot of their referrals because he has a lot of experience. So we partnered together to make sure that the investors really make profit, which is the most important thing, and run the numbers correctly.
Cool.
Okay, thank you so much, Huy, for everything. So we're gonna be back with the last video when this house is finished.
So I won't be there on the final.
Yeah, he's not gonna be here because he's gonna be traveling.
Yeah, I'm gonna be traveling. My partner Elva, she's gonna be here, and she's gonna show you the finished product. And
the finished, so
it's gonna look absolutely amazing.
We can see like the before and after. But thank you so much for being here. And ya saben, soy Joanna de J Signature Group y los veo en el próximo video.
Bye.